we can speak. We can listen as well. Speaking and listening is a basic ability for all humans who can speak and listen in their own language. So we have already know about how to speak and how to listen. While I'm speaking 20 minutes, 20 sentences with the in Korean, English, and Vietnamese. Vietnamese, my target language. Then I thought that I used my ability to speak Korean, to speak English and Vietnamese. So I think, and already I know I can speak and listen in Korean, but using Korean is normal, uh, but normal. But speaking English so-so, and then, but speaking Vietnamese difficult, I know. But comparing from Korean to English and Vietnamese, I know about many things. Why I practice speaking and also listening as well. Spoken language is very important because we learn foreign language. Even we speak Korean and we usually communicate in spoken language. This is natural. By listening and speaking naturally, face to face or mobile phone, this is normal. So, and spoken language is the most important thing. So when we learn foreign language, the goal is to communicate with the other people. So mostly uh, we don't uh, think about we can speak and listen. We can listen and speak. The listening is the first and speaking is last. By doing that, we can speak properly in common pronunciation in the language community. So listening is very important. By listening, we can improve the pronunciation in speaking. Now I compare about Korean making sentence, 20 sentence from high frequency words and defining words. And I make 20 sentences in Korean, English, and Vietnamese. Then I feel about, I measure about one sentence I can make 4 or 5 seconds in Korean, and maybe 6 or 8 seconds in English, 10, 10 to 15 seconds in Vietnamese. So when I make 20 sentences to use 20 words each, and then I don't translate, just I use my ability to use each language, Korean, English, and Vietnamese. Vietnamese. A very, very, very big difference. Korean, and knowing words, expression, easy, very easy, because I know Korean expression words. English, so. I almost, yeah, I know about uh, more sentences than Vietnamese. Then Vietnamese now, I've been learning Vietnamese 22 months, so still building vocabulary now. So still building vocabulary now. My goal is to go more than 90% to understand the high frequency words and defining words. Now, when I measure my ability to know vocabulary in high frequency and defining words is 60%. But still, I should make building vocabulary. Then when make sentence in Vietnamese, I usually take a little bit longer than in English or Korean. Then also, this way is to um, challenger. I try to make sentence, but sometimes the sentence not good or my pronunciation is not correct. After making 20 sentences with help of AI, I make good sentences in grammatically correct because the AI can give you good feedback with some words and sentence. And I translate them into Korean or English. Each session I use because when I speak Korean and English and then I translate as well in Vietnamese, then I can read the sentence in Vietnamese. By doing that, I can improve expression in Vietnamese and then get an opportunity to know about the words and how to use it in the sentence. So I can use sometimes, but I don't remember that because I just read and that's all. And so creative way is don't prepare, just use your brain, your linguistic ability to create the sentence. So and then it might be confident. So by doing that and uh, naturally I can speak in Vietnamese about topic or story and using words. Defining words is very important. And then even high frequency words is important, but defining words is important. Because when we talk, we need to something to say with one word, but we don't remember the word. Then we can explain the word. We can define word by doing that, and we can make uh, listeners and understood it. So it's very important to use high frequency words and defining words. After knowing about more than 90% of them, I use 2,000 words. Maybe in the high level, I can go further, maybe 5,000 words. I can use that. And after doing that, and then we can expand the topic list. Traditionally, we jump into the topic words. By doing that, we forget about keep practicing or getting familiar with the sound, high frequency words and the defining words. All of the words and expression are repeated every day. By doing that, we can listen much easier. And then when we speak in foreign language, we can get good pronunciation. This is important. The fact is important. Repetition is very important with the high frequency words and defining words that we use. It's ratio. And then when we listen, and then we can get a expression from these two words rather than topic, because topic is another way about hobby or job something new, especially new topic. So this is intention. If we go for the topic, we can study about it. We can learn about it. After that, we can talk about it. It's like a job. You know. So and then the common expression most important. Common expression is the most important. Now I talk about we have ability to speak, listen in many ways in using our own language, but we can change it the way only the languages, the foreign language. So and then we try to listen and speak. But the most important thing is focusing on spoken language because uh, mostly we use spoken language to communicate with the people, much more easier, important. When I communicate with my language partners with the SNS messengers, now mostly I use the voice messages. This is my opportunity to communicate with them. In fact, my voice message is not correct in pronunciation. I can check out the Jalo when I send the text again. But the point is, uh, even though I make mistakes in pronunciation, I send voice message, try to speak correctly, and also I focus on listening from the voice messaging of my language partners, and then the spoken based learning in foreign language is very important. And when we listen, when we speak properly in good pronunciation, at the moment it's time to we're starting. And before then, we need to get our ability to communicate within foreign languages by listening and speaking in spoken languages. This is a really good important point. Now I talk about it, about our ability to speak in languages. Very good. In English, making content of we have the ability to speak and listen in our own language. By doing that, we can turn the ability to learn foreign language, including that I mentioned here, and making content of uh, the ability to listen and speak in learning foreign language to get a good pronunciation. Randomly, I use these AI, and then AI can give feedback. In English version, much better. Power of speaking and listening in learning foreign language. Yes. High frequency and defining words. Repetition, exposure are key. Translate into Korean and Vietnamese above. So I can get a bench and I use this for my content so that I put. How AI understand what I'm saying? So to get a good content, I talk about my intention. Then after then, and I give you AI. I give you the AI, and AI report about my intention. Sometimes it's good, sometimes so. Now, it depends on how I use it. Sure, it's a clear voice structured English is sometimes based on your message about the importance of speaking and listening abilities, learning foreign languages, including pronunciation practice. The power of speaking and listening in learning foreign languages. We all have the natural ability to speak and listen in our own native language. This fundamental skill forms the foundation of learning any foreign language. By practicing speaking and listening actively, we can improve our pronunciation and overall communication skill in new language. Speaking and listening basic human abilities. All human learns to speak and listen from early childhood. We naturally acquire how to pronounce sound and understand meaning through conversations, singing, and daily interaction in our native tongue. Since we already know how to speak and listen in our own language, we can transfer that ability to learn other languages such as Korean, English, and Vietnamese. Why speaking and listening matter most in language learning? When learning a foreign language, the main goal is communication. Usually we speak and listen more than we read or write. Listening is often the first step. By understanding spoken language, we can then begin to speak properly with good pronunciation within the language community. The better our listening skill, the better our speaking and pronunciation become. Personal experience, practice Korean, English, and Vietnamese. I've been practicing speaking and listening in Korean, English, and Vietnamese, my target language. For example, I created 20 sentences in each language using vocabulary. I noticed it takes about 4 to 5 seconds to say a sentence in Korean, 6 to 8 seconds in English, and 10 to 15 seconds in Vietnamese. It shows the difference in language structure and fluency. While Korean expression and vocabulary feel easier for me since I know the language well, I'm still building my Vietnamese vocabulary. Currently, I understand about 60% of high frequency and defining words in Vietnamese, but my goal is to reach this over 90%. This vocabulary growth is crucial for making meaningful sentences and improving function. All vocabulary, high frequency, and defining words, and then knowing the most common words and being able to explain or define unfamiliar words is key to communicating. If you forget a word, you can describe it, thus helping listeners understand you better. This skill helps you keep the conversation flowing and build your confidence. Using AI and tools for learning. I use AI to help check my grammar and sentence structure after practicing speaking and writing. This feedback improves my accuracy and helps me learn correct expression in all three languages. I also translate sentences between languages to deepen understanding and expression. Practical communication, voice messages, and social media. Nowadays, I often communicate with language partner through voice messages on social media. Even if my pronunciation isn't perfect, I still try to speak clearly and send messages. Listening carefully to their voice messages helps me improve my listening and improve speaking skills naturally. Repetition and exposure are key. Improving pronunciation and listening skills requires repeated exposure to high frequency vocabulary and expressions. So listening regularly to native speaker help you internalize the sound, intonation pattern, and speaking regularly improves your ability to produce those sounds correctly. Final thoughts. And our innate ability to speak and listen in our native language is the foundation for learning any foreign language by focusing on spoken language. Especially through listening and speaking practice, we can achieve good pronunciation, natural communication, and confidence in new languages. Whether through AI tools, voice messages, or daily conversation, practicing these skills is essential. Listening first, then speaking builds a strong language learning process. The journey may be challenging, but with the persistence and smart strategy, anyone can succeed in learning foreign languages. And that's okay. This is important topic. So the more, the better.